What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So we got another interview with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero developer straight from Japan at the Gamescom, and this one is gonna be quite interesting. So guys, without any further ado, let's kick off this interview.
Dragon Ball fans are counting down the days to the release of Sparking Zero, and last night we got a brand new trailer celebrating the fact that it is only 50 days away, but I guess that's 49 now. Here to answer some of our burning questions about Sparking Zero is the game's producer, Jun Furutani, and Mark Karstens, who will be translating. Hi. Welcome. Thank you. People are really excited for this game. People are extremely hyped for it. The new trailer looks awesome. There's one specific shot that I want to call out that people have a lot of questions about. There's a bit where Mr. Satan, or Hercule, is running away from what appears to be Vegeta in his giant Uzuru ape form. How does that fit into the gameplay? Because I feel like the rest of the battles are pretty straightforward. It looks like a fight in Dragon Ball. We get it. This is kind of one-sided. Where just, I guess, some context, both in terms of maybe story or maybe gameplay.
まあ、ここに見えるように前のトレーラーでこういうサタンが悟空かベゲタのゴリラフォームから逃げてるところがあるんですけど、まあ、別のトレーラーの別の部分はまあファイトとかそういうのは分かるんですけど、これはちょっと何ですかって、まあ、ストーリーとかゲームプレイに関してこれはどうやってゲームのに入っていますかって。
そうですね、これは普通に対戦のワンシーンを切り取った映像にはなっています。かなりサタンなんかは空を飛べないキャラクター、武空術ができないキャラクターになっているので、地面をこのように走るような形で、動くことができるキャラクターになっています。それを奥から大猿が接近して攻撃を畳みかけているっていうワンシーンをちょっと切り取ったシーンになりますので、お客さんの中でもプレイしている中でまさにこういうちょっとリアルに本当に逃げ回ってるシーンみたいなことはリアルタイムに起こりうるものとして、こちら見ていただければと思います。
So this is actually a battle scene? Because you can play Mr. Saturn and Mr. Saturn can fly. So obviously, if you're trying to get away from your opponent, then he has to run. And this is basically a character of Saturn running away from Vegeta, who's trying to attack him.
I think running is probably a good solution in that scenario. The other thing that people have really latched onto is there's a brief glimpse of Goku wearing his Yardrat outfit, which I don't know. I think people are really excited about the prospect of character customization, different outfits. It's already a massive roster. Can you talk a little bit about sort of different outfits or accessories?
まあ、もう一つのシーンはその悟空がヤトレットの服を着てるんですけど、まあ、大きいロスターなんですけど、そのロスターの中にやっぱそういうカスタマイズがあるっていうのはファンが結構嬉しくて、そのコスチュームとかについてもうちょっと教えてもらえますか。
そうですね、結構悟空のこの衣装とかってその原作のストーリーの中でもやっぱり出てきていた衣装だったりもするので、今回お客様の方でもこのような衣装の状態で戦っていただく、遊んでいただけるような形で実装させていただいています。まだお伝えできないキャラクターだったり、お伝えできない衣装とかあるんですけど、まだ他にも一部のキャラクターではこのように原作で登場した衣装で、遊んでいただけるようなものはございます。
So basically, I mean, this is a scene from the story. This is an outfit that was in the story, and as we're trying to revive the story as much as possible, there will be multiple costumes for multiple characters. We cannot go too much into the details right now. We're sorry about that, but certain characters will have multiple costumes to choose from.
Glad to hear it. That's very exciting. I know people. There's some iconic ones. I want the Piccolo in the Post Boy shirt when he's doing the driving test. Now, it's been a long time since the last Budokai Tenkaichi game. A lot has changed since then. A big thing is obviously the fighting game community, competitive esports. Can you talk a little bit about how sort of...
Oh my god, again, like this guy, man. I mean, they said so many times, this is not gonna be a competitive esports game. It's going to be for entertainment. And here we have this guy again trying to push that esports. I just like, what the hell are you on about? Seriously, man. Anyway.
That change has influenced Sparking Zero.
まあ前の舞踏会の時よりやっぱそのファイティングゲームのコミュニティが結構大きくなっていろんなトーナメントも出てるし e スポーツが盛んになったんですけど、そういう e スポーツの盛んの中新しいスパークゼロはどういうふうに
Like IGN wants to have esports or something.
そうですね、この作品で申しますと、その他の作品でいうドラゴンボールファイターズとかみたいにその e スポーツ的すごい競技性が高くて公平性が高いみたいな形ではなくて、どちらかというとドラゴンボールらしさ、ドラゴンボール的な体験をすごい楽しんでいただきたいなということを念頭に作っている作品になります。なのでキャラクターごとに全員が共通して同じ強さであるっていうのではなくて、原作で描かれていたようなその強いキャラクターはより強く、なかなか苦戦したキャラクターはちょっと苦戦を強いられるような、そういった形でキャラクターの強さっていうのは調整させていただいていますので、基本的にはそのようなそのドラゴンボールのキャラクターの まさにそのキャラクターになりきる体験というか、キャラクターが味わえるこの、より自分が強ければより強い体験、なかなか難しいキャラクターでも難しい体験みたいなところを本当にキャラクターになりきって遊んでいただけたらなというふうには思っています。
Oh my god.
ちょっとプラスであるんですけど、ちょっと一旦ここまでで。
So, first part of the answer. I mean, there are other Dragon Ball games where they have a like very good balancing that is important and for esports to have like characters that are well balanced so that everybody has the same chance. But this game is more about enjoying being a character.
That's
So
right.
in this game, strong characters are stronger, and you can play very strong, and characters that are weaker in the story are also weaker, and you can enjoy gameplay where you struggle a little more and it's a little more challenging. So the focus is different. It's not really balancing and having a fair esports fight, but more about being the character and being in the story.
Epic deals
That's
on
right. I mean,
AI-powered
come on,
Android
man.
phones.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, come on, man.
その上で一応キャラクターごとに、コストみたいなものが割り振られていまして、強いキャラは多くコストを消費して、弱いなかなか苦戦したようなキャラクターたちは少し少なめのコストになっていて、その一定のコストの上限の中で、チームを組んでいくっていうような遊び方をすることができて、そうすることで一定程度バランスを取った対戦ができるような形にしています。
So on top of that, there's like a point system or cost system for each character. So
Yeah, the
for
point
example,
system.
strong characters have a higher cost, and not so strong characters has a lower cost. And as this is a team game, you can combine your team with like stronger or weaker characters and have the same cost to balance the odds.
Nice. Now, obviously, games have changed a lot since the last Budokai Tenkaichi. Can you talk a little bit about how Sparking Zero has kind of modernized the old experience? Like, what will longtime players immediately find familiar, and what's something new that might surprise them, just in terms of how it plays?
前のゲームは結構前に出たんだから、その時のファンが今の新しいスパーキングゼロをゲームする時には、これは昔のようだと考えるところとか、これは新しいなという考えるところが、そこら辺はどうですか？
そうですね、おっしゃる通りシリーズ作品になっていて、それこそ前作17年前に出ているというところもあって、かなり時間が空いてしまっている。だからこそ我々としてはそのシリーズならではのこのアクション、
Why are they not asking about GT? Why are they not asking like future content? Because Bandai vetoed, so you can't even talk about this stuff in the interview. That's why, because Bandai chose already from the beginning what they're going to talk about.
性、ゲーム性、そのバトルシステムというところは基本的には踏襲をするような形で作っています。かなり昔遊んでいただいた武道会展開値3と近い操作感で遊んでいただけるようにすごいチューニングしていますし、基本的な吹っ飛ばしてから追撃をするだとか、相手の攻撃をうまくカウンター、タイミングよくボタンを押してカウンターするだとか、そういった基本的なシステムはもうこれまで通り踏襲させていただいているというのは大前提やらせていただいています。これはやっぱりシリーズ正当進化というか、シリーズの作品であるということをやっぱりお客さんに分かっていただきたいというのでそうさせていただいていますし、そこに加えてさらに武道会展開シリーズならではというか、ドラゴンボールらしいアクションというのを楽しんでいただけるように、よりリアルタイムの中で攻撃を食らいながらも反撃できる新しいリベンジカウンターというシステムを入れたりですとか、ちょっと中距離からでも一気に瞬間移動的に攻撃を仕掛けることのできるバニシングアサルトみたいなですね、新しいシステムもどんどん入れていくことで、よりドラゴンボールらしいアクションを自分の手で生み出せるような進化というのを今回遂げるような形で作らせていただいています。
So of course this is an old IP, and the last game is 17 years old, so a lot of change there. But as this is a part of a series, we're very focused on making sure that the experience is the same. So we have a quite similar battle system, and whoever played the old games will be able to control it and have a similar feeling of fighting, and how to attack, like punch him and throw him away, and then you dash to him, or like you counter timings, and so will be similar to the old games. But of course, we added a lot of new stuff to make it more Dragon Ball-y, let's say. So there are some real-time actions, like now while you're attacked, you can revenge counter. This is a new system, or you can like warp, or like it's vanish assault, we call it, like when you immediately teleport to the enemy and then can attack and stuff like that. So we increased things that we know from the Dragon Ball universe that weren't in the previous game, to make it more accessible and a better experience.
Awesome. Well, I'm dying to find out more. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is out October 11th on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Right now, though, there is lots more Gamescom Studio coming up live on
This was like the worst interview I've seen for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Like, honestly, the only really decent question was the last question, but even the last question is like, oh, so how has Dragon Ball changed over the course of the years with this new IPs? Like, they already said that. Oh my god, these people are just like, what are they on about? Like, how the hell are these people actually interviewing? Because it was pathetic. Like, the interview was just pathetic. I just don't get, like, no questions about GT, no questions about the future DLCs, no questions about, I don't know, more online PvP stuff. Like, are there going to be like online tournaments? Are there going to be like online events? Are there going to be like online rewards? Like, are there going to be like a reward for the ranking system? Like, there's so many things which we don't know yet, right? I just don't get it, guys. While the single player mode, is there going to be like a challenge mode apart from the story mode and the build your own fight mode? There's going to be like a challenge single player mode with different fights, like a tower challenge mode, you know, stuff like that. Like, they're just I don't know. This was the most pathetic interview I have seen in my entire life. I'm not sure who made this interview. I guess I'm not sure if it was IGN or someone from Gamescom. I guess it was IGN because it was on the website, on their YouTube channel. But yeah, just, man, I mean, just when you do an interview, ask questions which make freaking sense, because all you're doing here, you're just asking questions which are already pretty damn obvious, and it just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any freaking sense. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys, on the crazy, boring interview for Sparking Zero. I'm hoping that we're gonna get more decent stuff later on. There's also the Tokyo Game Show, which is gonna come in September, so that one, of course, we're gonna get more stuff from Sparking Zero. But at this point in time, honestly, people just want to know, you know, like, more detailed stuff about DLCs, character stories, and that's what matters, right? Because that's what people care most about. Especially, is there going to be any GT character in the game on launch? Because they already said in the previous trailer in the Gamescom Open Night Live that they also on the Xbox event, that's right, that the story mode will only cover Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. So for now, the story mode is not going to have anything to do with OG Dragon Ball or even Dragon Ball GT, which is sad, but at the same time, I expected it because it's Bandai Namco and they love to make tons of money. But guys, that's it for today's video. As always, see you later in the next one.